Hi, I'm Martin Warwick. We're here at the Small Cells World Summit 2014 here in London's Docklands at the Excel Centre, and I'm talking with Sue Monahan, who's the CEO of the Small Cell Forum. Sue, you're welcome. Can we begin by asking what remit you have as CEO of the Small Cells Forum? What do you do? What does it do?
So we have about 150 members, and they meet regularly, and they provide a whole documentation set built around themes to help operators deploy small cells. And that's our main focus. We look to help operators identify the drivers, break down the barriers to small cell deployment.
So, what factors are driving mobile network demand for small cells?
Well, mobile network operators are moving from macro cells to also deploying small cells to provide broader, denser coverage. So we've looked at some of the drivers for this, and it can vary by use case and by region, of course, but in addition to capacity and coverage, we see that operators are looking to drive revenues from value-added services like location-based services, and also reduce the cost of data delivery.
So that's what's driving the market at the moment and where the opportunities are. Let's look on the obverse of the coin. What do you think are the key challenges, the problems that are being faced by telcos as they begin to deploy and implement small cell solutions?
Again, the barriers to deployment can vary by use case and by region, but in general, backhaul is always a big challenge for operators in deploying, as is site acquisition, and monetization is another thing that we're seeing that operators are saying they're having challenges with, as well as network performance and management.
Now, do you think small cell technology is actually capable of delivering telco requirements now, as of this moment, or does the technology need more development?
Well, if you look at what small cells have already delivered, I mean, they've delivered already on many use cases, right? We're seeing them in residential, we're seeing them in enterprise, starting to see them in urban, and we've delivered releases on all of those areas. We're also working on a rural and remote release now, so it's clearly here today. But we always keep an eye toward the future and what those telco requirements are there, and so that is leading us to look at things like virtualization in the small cell layer.
And how does small cells for 4G and beyond fit in with the move towards NFV, Network Functions Virtualization?
Well, mobile network operators are looking at NFV at the macro level. And so the Small Cell Forum is going to look at that at the small cell level as well. And we feel that the same techniques can probably be applied in the small cell layer. So we actually just kicked off a work stream that's meeting right now, and we're having a workshop to discuss it as well tomorrow, kind of brainstorm virtualization and what it means in the small cells. And we're going to try to shape up that work and scope it out. It'll be one of our future releases.
What role do you see for small cells beyond 4G and into future 5G networks?
Probably a big one. As you know, 5G is not clearly defined yet. But everything we're hearing is that 5G is going to use the higher frequency ranges in the millimeter bands, and they'll use large swaths of spectrum, and the power will have to be divided across that. So when you look at propagation and power density, naturally is a fit for small cells.
Sue Monahan, thank you.
Thank you.